Well, hello, it's Gregory Bell, the head of Ray White Commercial here on the Gold Coast, giving you our monthly wrap-up for July 2024. I've got Luke Bolden coming up with an update on our sales and leasing for the month of July, which were outstanding. And a new surprised guest is our head of commercial property management, Amber Roberts, who's going to give us a bit of an insight into, as we travel into the new year, what landlords need to look out for and make sure budgets are up to date, etc., etc. We just opened the Paris Olympics, and how fantastic is that? And that just reminds us that in 8 years' time, we're moving to the Brisbane Olympic Games 2032. But now we move into the Gold Coast month of August. What happens? We've got the Pacific Air Show, brings thousands of people here when we've got fighter jets and antique aeroplanes, Spitfires, all of that up and down the shore here in Surfers Paradise. Another great tourist attraction organised by our council. And around the corner, September, October and so on. Spring is our best selling time. We've got a big promotion around our auctions for the spring event, and numbers are coming in quite strong. Spring's an ideal time, take advantage of it. We're still getting the migration from down south. We're still getting property growth. We're still getting great auction success rates percentage-wise. We're still getting great attendance at open homes and auctions. We're still getting great support from our buyers fighting for properties. In the real estate industry, it's been an exciting year, but it's gone so fast. And we need to start planning, particularly if you're a landlord, about the next 12 months. And how your asset's going to be managed, and is it getting managed really well? So I'm going to pass you over in a moment to Amber Roberts, who'll cover that. But until next month, it's Greg Bell signing off. We've got some exciting auctions coming up. Check out our website. Really, really good commercial and industrial properties. And I look forward to updating you next month. Thanks again.
Thanks, Greg. Amber Roberts here. I'm the General Manager for our Commercial Property Management Division here at Ray White Commercial Gold Coast, and I'm here just to share some insights into our Property Management Division. Our team is getting ready, being that it's the start of the new financial year. They've been getting ready with releasing all of our budgets to our tenants and obviously doing the reconciliation for the last financial year. Just making sure all of our clients are recovering all the costs that they should be for their commercial property. A lot of owners don't realise what they can actually recover, and a lot of things are missed out of their outgoings. So we want to make sure that all of the things that can be recovered under the lease are being done. We've also seen a huge increase in the per square metre rate in a lot of our properties that we are doing market reviews on currently. We've seen that pre-COVID, obviously we had a lot of struggle renting a lot of our spaces, industrial, retail, commercial, office space. And we're seeing a huge uptake, particularly in the industrial space, around tenants coming back into that market. So we've been able to increase somewhere between 10 and up to 30% on our per square metre rate. We utilise our leasing team, our sales and commercial leasing team, to provide up-to-date and relevant market reviews to ensure that all of our option renewals are done at the appropriate market value. So alongside with the market reviews we've been able to achieve and the increases in the per square metre rate, we've seen a record low in our vacancy rates for properties that we've been reletting. Our leasing team has done a remarkable job in being able to secure tenants across the board for retail, commercial and office space, and many cases been able to secure tenants before the previous tenants have vacated, so that's a really great win for us. We also see that we're tracking really well in terms of arrears. We're at a record low for arrears as well across our portfolio, so our team's done an amazing job in being able to get on top of those tenants that unfortunately notoriously are late payers, and we're seeing that our arrears rate is sitting consistently between 1% and 1.5%, which for this particular industry is phenomenal. So we have really, really high hopes for this financial year, and that the industry and the market will continue to grow, and we'll be able to increase our revenue for our landlords with every market review and every lease renewal.
Hi, Luke Bolden, RWC Gold Coast, just checking in for another wrap, this time for the month of July. And what a cracking start we have seen for the start of the financial year. Now, Ordinarily, coming into this time of year, we do see a reduction in inquiry and ordinarily as well a reduction in activity, but that's not necessarily the case on our end. We did hold our in-room auctions just last week where we have seen 6 commercial property auctions go through and a clearance rate of in excess of 80%, which in comparison to what we are seeing around the country is a tremendous result. So an incredible shout out to our entire commercial division and notably Jackson Ramo, Matt Taylor and the boys over there for getting those incredible results at auction. Now, what an incredible month July was for us as well. On a leasing capacity, we saw 14 transactions through the month, resulting in excess of $680,000 of annual leases negotiated. Now, in terms of sales, we did see 17 transactions, resulting in a tremendous $42 million of sales volumes. 7 of those north of $1 million as well. So for anybody out there thinking the market is slowing down, that is most certainly not the case, or at least especially from our side. Seeing numbers like that just reaffirms the confidence out there in the market here in Southeast Queensland, and that we are continuing to go from strength to strength month on month as well. A couple of those notable transactions, a big shout out to Floyd Nunagara, our office leasing and strata sales expert as well. Transacted 2 tenancies in Southport at varying levels, one 90 square metre tenancy at $4,130 a square metre, another one in Old Stradbroke Plaza, resulting in a deal at $4,282. Now, those are on the back end or a result of what we are seeing on a leasing capacity. Obviously, contracting leasing rates in the office market in terms of vacancies, and a lot of those tenants, a lot of those SMS or SMEs looking to get into purchasing just because there's nothing readily available suited to their needs on a leasing capacity. Shout out to Sanja Stankovic as well. She has just leased a marine berth over at Tiki Village for an incredible amount, circa $100,000 a year on a 2-year term. And Sterling McInnes, our retail leasing expert, doing an incredible 252 square metre transaction on the northern end of Scarborough Street there in Southport. $58,500 a year on a 3-by-3-year term. Southeast Queensland is a region that continues to grow in anticipation with the Olympics, the hype of the Olympics that we are seeing in 8 years' time. Obviously major infrastructural spending from the government as well, including the light rail right through to Burleigh, and of course the levels of migration that we are seeing to the Gold Coast as well. Now, all in all, July has been an incredible month for us, and we're most certainly looking forward to what the run into spring is going to bring and the run into the end of this calendar year as well. I'm Luke Bolden, RWC Gold Coast. I'll see you next month.